Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're tackling a phrase that's everywhere: positive vibes only. Sounds harmless, right? Even uplifting. But what if I told you that chasing only positive vibes can actually be incredibly damaging to your mental health? What if it's a dangerous trap, silently eroding your well-being? We live in a world obsessed with happiness. Social media feeds are curated to perfection, filled with smiling faces and inspirational quotes telling us to choose joy, always look on the bright side, or simply, good vibes only. And on the surface, it makes sense. Who wouldn't want to feel good all the time? We're taught that negative emotions, sadness, anger, fear, frustration, are things to be avoided, suppressed, or quickly fixed. But here's the uncomfortable truth: suppressing or shaming your so-called negative emotions isn't healthy. In fact, it's psychologically harmful. Think about it. You're denying your reality. Emotions are simply data. They tell us what's happening internally and externally. If you ignore the data, you can't address the problem. It creates internal conflict. When you fight against your feelings, you're essentially fighting against yourself. This constant internal struggle is exhausting and stressful. Emotions don't disappear, they fester. Suppressed emotions don't vanish, they just go underground, often resurfacing as anxiety, chronic stress, physical symptoms like headaches or digestive issues, or even sudden, explosive outbursts. It prevents genuine connection. How can you truly connect with others if you're constantly putting on a brave face, afraid to show your authentic self or vulnerability? It stunts personal growth. Our toughest emotions often contain the most profound lessons. By avoiding them, we miss crucial opportunities for self-awareness and resilience. Let me tell you about Emily. Emily was the epitome of positive vibes only. She was everyone's ray of sunshine, always had a cheerful word, and if you ever asked her how she was, the answer was invariably, "I'm great. Just fine." Even when her job became incredibly demanding, her relationship hit a rough patch, and she was juggling multiple family responsibilities, Emily kept smiling. She'd tell herself, "It's just a phase, I need to be stronger, focus on the good." If a friend expressed concern, she'd brush it off, feeling a pang of shame for even having difficult feelings. She'd actively avoid talking about anything that felt negative because she believed it would attract more negativity. Behind the scenes, though, Emily was slowly, painfully burning out. The constant pressure to be happy, to dismiss her legitimate stress and sadness, was taking its toll. She started having trouble sleeping, felt perpetually exhausted, and developed a nervous twitch in her eye. She isolated herself, not wanting anyone to see the cracks in her perfect facade. She convinced herself that if she just tried harder to be positive, these feelings would go away. Then one day, the dam broke. A seemingly small frustration at work, a spilled coffee, triggered an overwhelming wave of emotion. Emily found herself sobbing uncontrollably in the break room, unable to stop. It wasn't just about the coffee. It was about months, even years, of suppressed anger, fear, sadness, and sheer exhaustion that finally erupted. It was a complete emotional breakdown. Her friends and family were shocked, but she always seemed so happy, they said. Emily's story, while fictionalized, is a reality for countless people. Her eventual breakdown was a direct result of her unwavering commitment to positive vibes only. The profound lesson here is this: authentic emotional health means accepting and processing all your feelings, not just the pleasant ones. Imagine if Emily had allowed herself to feel frustrated at work, to acknowledge her sadness about her relationship, or to express her exhaustion to a trusted friend. Those feelings wouldn't have disappeared, but they would have been processed in manageable doses, allowing her to seek support, make changes, or simply grieve without the immense pressure of suppression. Your negative emotions are not enemies to be vanquished. They are messengers. They carry vital information about your needs, your boundaries, and your values. Sadness often signals loss or a need for comfort and connection. Anger can point to violated boundaries, injustice, or a feeling of powerlessness. Fear warns you of perceived threats and helps you prepare or protect yourself. Frustration might indicate an obstacle that needs problem solving or a need to adjust expectations. When you suppress these messengers, you're essentially silencing crucial parts of yourself and missing out on valuable guidance. By listening to them, even if it's uncomfortable, you gain insight, develop coping strategies, and cultivate true resilience. So, how do we move beyond the positive vibes only trap and cultivate genuine emotional health? Here are a few actionable steps. Acknowledge, don't judge. When a difficult emotion arises, simply acknowledge it. I'm feeling sad right now, or I'm really angry about this. Don't immediately try to change it or judge yourself for feeling it. Feel it. Safely allow yourself to feel the emotion without letting it consume you. This might mean deep breathing, crying, journaling, or talking to a trusted person. Create a safe space for your feelings. Identify the message. Once you've acknowledged the feeling, ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me? What need isn't being met? What boundary has been crossed? Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. It's okay not to be okay. Treat yourself with the same understanding and empathy you'd offer a close friend. Seek support. You don't have to navigate challenging emotions alone. Talk to friends, family, or consider professional help from a therapist or counselor. The goal isn't to be perpetually happy. The goal is to be fully human. It's about developing the capacity to feel all your emotions, to understand them, and to integrate them into a rich, complex, and authentic life. So, the next time someone tells you positive vibes only, remember the hidden cost. Give yourself permission to feel your feelings. Listen to what your negative emotions are trying to tell you. They are not your enemies. They are messengers, guiding you towards deeper self-understanding and true emotional well-being. What are your thoughts on positive vibes only? Have you ever felt pressured to suppress your emotions? Share your experiences in the comments below. Let's create a space where all feelings are welcome. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more insights into the human mind, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.